Hi, it's Doodle Mad Dad, and today I'll be doing some dinosaur doodles. So, I'm going to begin with mine and most people's favourite, Mr. Tyrannosaurus Rex. There we are. Start with a bit of an oval head. That's his tail and body going up to his head. Sort of oval legs in sort of three sections, with straight ends to the bottom ends of his feet. That's his other foot on the other side. He has two tiny, little baby arms with claws on the end, doesn't he? Two little fingers with claws on. I give him, it looks like a smile, but it's definitely not a smile. Nice menacing mouth. We're going to fill in soon with some sharp teeth. Give him some angular, angry eyebrows. There's his eye. And he's got some sort of hollow sections to the side of his head, a bit like what you see in the Jurassic Park T-Rex. Just going to bring his jaw out a bit. And there's his long, but sort of rounded teeth, quite sharp still. And he's going to have his tongue hanging out the side. You'll see why his tongue's hanging out shortly. And he's got sort of talon, sort of claw ends to his feet, hasn't he? There you go. Just going to bring his head up like a big bony angular top to his head. Give him a bit more of a menacing look. And here we are, he's got his tongue hanging out because he's dropped a leg of a dinosaur that is half eaten and he's drooling all over it. Let's give him some sort of comic phrase to say. Yum. That'll do. We'll colour that in some bright colours later. We're going to draw some more dinosaurs on this page. And I'm going to move swiftly on to a big, tall, really long dinosaur, the Brachiosaurus. You can see there by the bump on the top of its head. You might remember this one from Jurassic Park as well, from the very first film. These are herbivores. So they don't eat other dinosaurs. They feast on all the vegetation and plants around them. And they've got quite tall, sort of wide, flat feet, a bit like an elephant really, like you see in an elephant. And it's a bit like the one in The Good Dinosaur, if anyone's watched that. This is a little bit like the actual Good Dinosaur, the baby. I think it might have been a Diplodocus, that, to be fair, though. This is a Brachiosaurus. And it's got its eyes tightly shut for some reason. You're going to find out why soon. And its teeth clenched. Oh no, what's all this? And just like in the film Jurassic Park, achoo! Does a massive sneeze. All over the two children in Jurassic Park. So this one's doing the same thing. I thought that'd be quite a comical thing to do. I've just brought his neck in a little bit there. And down at the bottom now, we're going to move on to another herbivore. It's got a big shield at the top of its head. Can you guess what it is? Two horns. Yeah, it's a Triceratops. It's going to have another horn on its nose. Triceratops. Pretty sure that means it's got three horns. This is a little girl dinosaur. Nice cute little eyes and eyelashes. She's got very similar feet to the Brachiosaurus, sort of stumpy feet with flat ends, little nails on the end. It's quite a sturdy tank of a animal, was the Triceratops. You wouldn't want to mess with it. If you got rammed by this, it'd probably send you through a house. But this is a nice gentle Triceratops. She's got a nice beaming smile on her face there, and you'll see why later. I'm going to draw something else in there. This is another herbivore dinosaur. These can stand on all four legs, or they can stand on the back legs as well. This is a Parasaurolophus. Bit of a mouthful. Thought I'd spell it out for you there, just in case you wondered how that is spelt. It's got a nice, friendly face, little oval eyebrows, oval body. It's got like a long thing on the back of its head. I'm not sure what that's for. You have to read up on that on your dinosaur books and find out. It's on four legs at the moment. it's got a bit of a quizzical look on its face, like, what? I'm just going to show you now a bit closer. Just give the mouth a bit more of a curve and some little curvy teeth. And it's going, huh? What's that? Uh-oh. Mrs. Triceratops. Fancy leaving that behind. We all do it. Even dinosaurs did it, just a lot bigger. And you wouldn't want to stand in that. You'd lose your boots. And it's going, yuck. Ugh. Never mind. And there's some sort of little exclamation marks over its head. Here is a carnivore. Very super fast carnivore. And these act in packs. There's normally more than one of these attacking its prey. I think you can all guess what it is. There you go, Velociraptor, or Raptor, as I like to call them. I'm just going to give his body a bit more of a narrow shape. It's got quite triangular looking thighs. Its legs are a lot thinner, you can see, than the other herbivores. Little triangular feet at the ends. This one's in the middle of a bit of a run, like most velociraptors are, to be honest. They're either hiding in the bushes waiting to get you, or they're running at you. It's got its claws tucked in at the front, a bit like my dog when he's begging for scraps. It's going to give his eyes a really angular, menacing look. Going to colour those in a nice colour later. And it's got a big, long row of teeth. Very sharp, long, serrated teeth that point backwards so it can't let go of its food. This one is going to have a bit of a mohawk, some spikes running down the spine. Now, velociraptors apparently were covered in feathers, actually, and had like wing-style arms, but we'll do this one in the style of Jurassic Park, which I think is far cooler. And some more claws on its feet there. That will look more prominent when I use my fine liner later on to sort of mark it all in. And this raptor's going sniff, sniff. After his food. I wonder what he's sniffing after. Sniffing after that dinosaur, isn't it? And up the top left part of the page, I'm going to do another herbivore. But this one, again, you do not want to mess with. This one can smash your car out the way with its tail. That's an Ankylosaurus with a big battering ram tail. And it's got horns on the top and the underside of his cheeks. So some more protection there from the T-Rex and maybe the Velociraptor and other carnivores out there. It's got a bit of a grin. His teeth are clenched. And he's got in his mouth some leaves. He's in the middle of his dinner, this one. And there's the bush. Some leaves sticking up. Different angles overlapping each other. There we go. And he's made a little friend as this Ankylosaurus. There we go, a little dragonfly. Not so little, they were massive back then. Probably bigger than your hand. He's going, hi. Saying hello to it. And then I'm just going to give his armour a bit of a... You could do sort of circular plates if you wanted, but I've just done a simple crisscross pattern. And now we're moving on to... Can you guess? It's a Stegosaurus. You wouldn't have guessed that in a million years, would you? Or 65 million years even. Now, Stegosaurus had much longer legs. They were quite a tall creature. Long bodies, but also quite tall. And they could walk over me and you without our heads touching the underside, to be honest. And some big long spikes on its tail and big plates of armour used as defence, but could also be used for other things for the animal. There we go, they're sort of overlapping. So the ones nearest to you we'll put over the line and put the other ones behind the line in between the other plates. It's got some square eyebrows popping up and he's looking upwards at the Brachiosaurus for some reason. Now, if you remember what the Brachiosaurus was doing, you'll know why he's got this expression on his face. It's going to give him another eyebrow overlapping the other side where his other eye is. And he's going, huh? Doesn't quite know why he's getting showered in green wet stuff. Ugh. Poor dinosaur. And the final dinosaur, it's not a W, it's the starting shape of your pteranodon. Flying dinosaurs. Fun fact, this is not actually a dinosaur. Not a dinosaur. It's actually a pterosaur, I think they were called. They weren't actually classed as a dinosaur. Got a bit of a horny thing on his head. Oval body, and its legs bend down and arms bend up. A little bit like a bat, to be honest. Not too far dissimilar in shape to a bat, with its little fingers and toes sticking out the end. I'm going to show its swooping lines as if it's flown around all the dinosaurs, trying to get away from the velociraptor maybe, and the tail of that ankylosaurus. I'm going to stick its tongue sticking out, and it's going to be saying something. It's going to go shriek, a bit like that. Or screech. There we go. And we're going to jump forward to the fine line of pens. I've got my Sharpie and my Unipen, and there you see it all highlighted in with different thickness fine liners. And I got a tub of Faber-Castell pens that all click together quite handily in a big roll. And the spectrum of colour you get with these is phenomenal. And they all roll out in a big line. And you can click 2 or 3 together. Yeah, definitely awesome. Look at that. And the range of colours are superb for dinosaurs because you can do all different patterns and blend them together. So my Brachiosaurus has got wiggly stripes. My T-Rex is going to have a different colour belly to his top. You'll see dinosaurs with spots, with stripes. You could do hexagon shapes, crisscross patterns. I'm just doing his dinosaur leg on the floor. And switching forward to the Stegosaurus, I've decided on a purple colour scheme for the Stegosaurus. Bit of a funky purple there. And a pink underbelly. And you could use as many colours as you want for these dinosaurs. Nobody knows what real colours they had anyway, so nobody can say that's a silly colour. Because there you go, as bright and bold as you want to get. And I put some ferns in there, some palm trees, some dinosaur footprints, and some grass and some other colours to show the wavy lines and the flight of the animals and the wiggly lines. There's your T-Rex. Yum yum. Ankylosaurus. Brachiosaurus. Achoo. Triceratops. Parasaurolophus. Velociraptor. Stegosaurus. And Pteranodon. Thank you very much for watching. Doodle my dad. Dinosaur doodles. I'll see you soon.